by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. This is episode 187 of the show. Guys, I know it's been a while since I recorded an episode, and I plan on sharing everything that's been happening, everything that has transpired over the last few months that has kind of led me to the point where I'm at right now. And I fully intend to just involve everyone in the show on exactly what I went through, what I've been going through, what I'm currently going through, and how it's affected my life, not only as a stepdad, but as a leader, father, mentor, and now coach. I just got done with my season, my freshman kids. I am the head coach at ALA Gilbert North boys basketball team. And let me just tell you that my experience as a coach, my experience as the head of the freshman program really just opened my eyes to the things that I thought I knew, what I need to work on, not only for myself, but for my family. And it's funny how you can find these little bits of information or messages that can propel you to the next level of your life. And they're hidden in a place that you didn't know you had no idea where to look. And for me, that was coaching. Today's episode is we're going to really be focusing on something that I have not only been dealing with, but I know that other stepdads have been dealing with, especially the ones that I've been communicating with and connecting with over the past few months, even though I haven't recorded a show. And the episode is simply titled, Am I Worthy? Finding your worth, knowing your worth. For the longest time in my family, I believed that I had a certain job, a certain set of standards and routines that I would follow in order to do my best at raising my kids. And one of my main struggles that I've always been kind of back and forth with is, am I worthy? Am I worthy to be here? Am I worthy to be their dad? Am I worthy to be my wife's husband? Am I worthy to be the leader of this household? And I got to be honest with you guys, man, I'm one of the most confident people you'll ever meet in your life, but that am I worthy always stuck in the back of my head. And it's simply because I wasn't clear about my worth and what I am worth to myself first. And I think that's where we really want to focus in on. It's not about, am I worthy for my family? Am I worthy for my job? Am I worthy to be here, to be in this position? It's, do you find real worth when you look in the mirror? Can you look at yourself and really, with conviction, say that you are worthy? And if you can't, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, right? I mean, absolutely nothing wrong with it. A lot of us don't know our worth and our value because nobody ever tells us. We tell other people their worth and value, whether it's friends that need advice or for me, like our kids and coaching. But very, very rarely do we as stepdads, leaders, fathers, do we get told our real value, our real worth. It's almost like they assume that we just know it. And sometimes that's just not the case. Most of the times it's just not the case, because although we are doing our very best to lead from the front, to raise our children the right way, to not step on any toes, to block out the outside noise, we're doing our very best to do all that. We really, as stepdads, we can struggle with understanding and defining our worth within our home. So let me just tell everyone what I've come to the conclusion of. My conclusion of the am I worthy question is yes. I'm absolutely worthy. I was worthy the moment I said yes. I was worthy the moment I raised my hand and decided that I will help raise my wife's children. I was worthy the moment I fell in love with each and every one of my kids and my wife. I was worthy. And I've had that self-worth, that value. It's been there all along. And no matter how hard I tried to convince myself that I wasn't worthy, because I was comparing it to my old self. I was comparing it to the way I used to be. I was comparing it to the person that made a lot of stupid mistakes in the past. And I began to allow my past transgressions or my past mistakes. I began to allow those into my thoughts, and they began to define my worth based off of, did I make it through whatever circumstance I went through in the past, and can I do this now? And I think that was the biggest piece of the poison that entered into my life, which is comparing myself today to who I was before. I am worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy to be there. You are there for a reason. And finding your worth has to be something that you do for yourself. You can't expect your spouse. You can't expect your kids. You can't expect your coworkers, your friends, your family. You can't expect anybody to not only tell you what your worth is, but they're like the end all be all. Whatever they say, that's your worth. It can't be like that. We can't be seeking out certain things from our family members that make us feel worthy. Because worthiness and am I worthy comes from within. It comes from your heart. It comes from your inner gut. It comes from your intuition. Am I worthy? And when you can get to the point where I'm at now, which is, I'm here. I'm doing my best. There absolutely is no manual on how to be a stepdad. There's no manual how to be a step-parent. There's no manual how to blend families together. It doesn't exist. And everybody that it creates content for, it creates books or workouts, programs, whatever it be, they're just going to give you their tailored version of how it worked for them. But everybody's different. Every situation is unique. But at the same time, every situation is not unique. Every situation is the same. Meaning we all kind of stepped into this blended family scenario, and we decided that we were going to move forward, not really fully comprehending what was ahead of us. And when we define our worth, and when you can define your worth, you will find that overcoming obstacles, struggles, whether it's, communicating with your kids or connection with your wife, it becomes a lot, I don't want to say easier, but it becomes a lot more manageable. Because it's a constant reminder of what your worth is. What is your worth? What is your value? And when we lose focus on what that is, when we lose focus on the definition of how it describes us with our inner peace and how we talk to ourselves or in our self-talk, when it becomes more clear to you what your worth and value is, then you can continue to move forward in your blended family journey with a little bit more confidence. And that is what we really need. We need to have confidence. We need to have confidence that we're making the right decisions. And then when we make the wrong decisions, we're confident enough in our work. We're confident enough in the relationships that we've built where we can weather the storm. So as a stepdad or stepmom or whatever it may be, if you find yourself at any point in time going, man, what am I doing here? Or should I be here? Or am I in the right place? Or nothing's working and it's just, this is not going my way. Whatever is happening, whatever that inner conversation that you're having with yourself, you need to understand that watching my show, listening to my show, being in a blended family, doing the work, putting in the time and effort to build relationships and to work on communication and love languages and everything that I always talk about. If you're doing all that, like I suggested, you're so worthy and you're so meant to be there. And don't let anyone ever tell you different. And I need you guys to remember that, stepdads. I need you to remember that our worth and our value are defined by the actions that we take and by the self-talk that drives us. And that self-talk needs to be one of worthiness, one of patience, one of confidence. You're there for a reason. Don't try to force around, what is it, a square peg in a round hole or whatever that is. You're here and you're not going anywhere. And nothing that can come your way, trust me, because again, I'm going to be sharing all this over the next, 20, 30 episodes. Nothing that comes negatively, nothing that comes at you, nothing that consumes you, the cloud that hangs over your head by whatever negative thought you're having or mistakes that you've made, I can tell you right now that if you're walking forward still, even if it's baby steps, you are worthy. And I don't want you to forget that, stepdads. You are worthy. So have confidence, take a deep breath, and understand that this is a marathon, not a race. And if you continue just to inch by inch move forward, you will find success in your blended family in uncommon hours, and you will be so happy and so grateful and so over the moon that you decided not only to stick it out, but you decided that your worth is worth it. So, all right, guys, that is episode 187 of the show. Once again, if you guys are not, if you haven't, send in any comments, questions, concerns, emails, whatever it may be. I'm always willing to answer questions. I have a ton of new content that I'm going to be putting out. But most important, I'm just happy that I'm back. I'm happy that I'm focused. And I'm happy that I'm able to share my journey and my story with you so that something that I say can help you along your way. Until next time, be well. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Listen, if you know a stepdad who is in need of any of this information, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and share this episode with them as fast as possible. Did you do it? Okay, you did it. You hit this. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.